Welcome to Jerkin Around,
my podcast with
Teisha and Crystal.
Yeah. Today we're talking about, we're going all Justin Bieber.
The baby arm.
Tisha's underwear style.
Real blow.
What success means to you. We got deep.
Yeah.
And
Your
contentment.
family. Yeah.
Contentment. And my family,
Yeah.
sad week again.
That's all right. It's real life,
Yeah.
So have a listen. Should we say it at the same time?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Jerkin Around. A podcast with Teisha and Crystal. Maybe we're meant to be on video. Go ahead, Teisha.
All right. Action.
So, luckily, to our listeners, I'm not in the best mood today, and that usually goes bad. But actually, they've gone really good lately.
It's fine, yeah.
Because I'm not making fun of you as much and stuff. Like, it's really calmer.
I feel like, are people missing that?
Yeah.
We should do a poll.
Ever since Linda,
Yeah.
they love the shout out, Linda. I haven't made fun of you hardly as much.
I know, I kind of miss it. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Am I like what's that, masochist?
So did you scratch
or
your leg?
something?
Why do you have this scratch? Was it leggings or did Ben do it?
Yeah, nope, I know. Ben saw it and got all weird. He's like, what is that? Because we were getting in the hot tub the other night and he saw my scratch. So when I wear leggings, do your leggings
I knew it.
ever
Isn't
itch?
that weird? I knew it was a legging scratch.
So I'll scratch like
That's
so hard
so
that I'll
weird.
get bruises.
Yeah.
So I have bruise. But Ben's all, what's that from? Like, I'm like,
Did we ever tell them about the
banging
Justin
some guy and he's bruising my leg. It's weird.
The Justin Bieber
Yeah,
concert?
I just thought of that actually when I was.
Have we told you this? But the irony is what you did do at the Justin Bieber concert. Like, so he does know you well
Good
enough.
thing Ben doesn't listen.
Yeah, he doesn't listen. And we went, and we all are very fond of Justin Bieber. More
We
so
love
back
Justin
then.
Bieber. Yeah, this was years ago.
But still, I'm still fond. Like,
It was
his look right now,
probably 8
he
or 9
needs a
years ago.
cheeseburger, though.
Yeah.
It's like so skinny.
It's not cute now.
It's like Harry Styles gone wrong right now, but
Yeah.
I'm always gonna love him. It's like Britney.
Yeah.
She has knives, and I'm still like, okay.
Yeah.
It's Britney B.
Yeah, but I still love her.
Yeah, I still love her. It's like a loyalty thing.
Yeah. Like
Justin Bieber, I will always love.
Yeah, I love
I
do love him. But this was like 8 years ago.
Yeah. So we all go. It's a great time. And when she was going,
We were going just girls. Like it was a group of us girls.
she's getting ready. It's weird I'm telling it like I was there, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead. She was getting ready.
I
and
was
putting
getting
her
ready.
underwear on.
And Ben was like, what did he say?
You're not going to wear a thong,
Oh,
are
he
you?
thought I looked cute that night. So I was like dressed and I was like all excited to go. And he's like, oh, you're wearing that? And then he was like, do you have a thong on? And I was like
Why would Justin Bieber see her underwear?
and why would I not wear a thong?
Our age wears
'Cause I
a
wear-
full butt. Like, it's so long gone.
I've worn a thong for like 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not
why?
40, some 42.
Because she's going to Justin Bieber,
30
would she
years.
not have a thong on?
Yeah, and I was like,
And why would Justin Bieber see what kind of underwear you're wearing? And if he's already to the point where he's seeing what kind of underwear you're wearing, I don't think he cares if it's a thong or not.
Yeah. And like,
There's so many
I
questions.
don't have backstage passes, so what am I taking my underwear off and throwing them on stage? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
So did you take anything off during the concert?
Stop it. No, but it's funny.
No, but
because
our
he was
listeners want to know.
It's cute because he thinks that like maybe not so much now that I'm older, but this was like 8 years ago. But he thought it was like flattering because he thinks like I'm like Justin Bieber's not wanting me. Like but it's
so
cute
cute
that he's like he's all, geez, when I'm leaving, you have a thong on, and I was like, weirdo.
She told me, and I was like, there's so many questions.
So weird.
Did he think he's going to see your underwear? And then, did he think that you even own phone butts? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
And like, I'm not gonna cheat on you with Justin Bieber. Like, it's so weird.
But for real, like, would you
like,
not?
maybe.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I mean, if an opportunity like that presents itself, are you like, no? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you are. You say no.
Are you?
Well, I feel like you
I don't
make the
know.
call. Hey, really quick, doesn't mean anything. It's just.
I don't think I
Justin
could really
Bieber.
like be with someone else. Like,
Yeah, no.
I think after this many years, you have so much of a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, I don't even know how to
Nervous.
kiss someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it.
And the whole time I'd be like, it's Justin Bieber. Like, this is crazy.
Well, and
And what?
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The arm. Have you seen that?
Have you
The naked
Googled it?
pictures? We Googled it.
I'm sorry. That was years ago too. We Googled it because it was out. Justin Bieber naked.
And Kyle and Ben were there. It was when we were living together. And we were like, whoa, well, that was unexpected. Like, That was a pleasant surprise. And Ben was like, that's probably why. I was like, do you have a thong on?
Was that before?
He remembered.
It was before.
Yeah, so
it
he
was
remembered.
like shortly before.
Yeah, maybe my
'Cause it was-
reaction to the
Yeah, that is exactly
baby's
what
arm.
happened.
Yeah.
It was a baby's arm.
I remember it was bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought Justin Bieber.
Legit him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like paparazzi got
Yeah.
him on at a villa
In like Mexico,
like
between
naked.
the bushes, naked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So funny.
Have you seen?
You should Google.
Have you seen that they say Courtney's son Rain is Justin Bieber's son
No.
because they like look alike? So, but there's so many things about this topic. Does anyone like looking at? As a woman, I'm talking to Dana and Teisha.
Your
'cause
mom.
I'm gonna sell that story, but is anyone like when they see one of those, are they like, ooh, that gets you in the mood?
No, I'm not.
Dana?
I mean,
Really?
Kind of?
context matters. Like if it's like just
Okay, so let's use context. I know both of our husbands do this because we talked about it. When they get in the shower, they want to do show and tell.
Yeah.
And I'm like busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, that's not doing
Yeah,
anything.
he's like, you like what you see? I'm like, no. Yeah, like, no, I'm doing something, you know?
I don't either. It's a little scary and
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like, ugh,
it's one-eyed.
right now?
Yeah, and it's like coming at you, and it's like,
bridesmaids.
yeah. I think like so we were talking to my mom. My aunt's in the hospital right now, and you know, my family has been in the hospital many, many times because of my dad mainly, and we have the best memories in the hospital. Like
You sit
today, I
around
was
a
trying to be
lot.
more positive, getting ready, and I was like, okay, what things can I be thankful for? This is kind of weird, but what's the guy that does Family Feud? What's his name?
Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey. When we went to Family Feud, to be on it, story for another time, in the middle of like the breaks, he does like stand up, but it's like very positive. It's like about life.
I feel like he's positive.
He is. And he's like, what matters in life? And he talks about God and all these great things. And he talked about if all you had, this is such a, we're driving the wrong way, but this is so cool. He said, if God gave you everything tomorrow of what you're thankful for today, or like what you've been thankful for today. So like if you went into tomorrow with only what you thanked him for today, and like sadly, there would be not a lot there because like we're so busy, and I've been praying a lot because of all the things going on, but seldomly do I stop and really say all the things I'm thankful for, which is so many. And I got on that tangent because I was on TikTok last night.
Oh, what?
I couldn't sleep.
This is like a branch of a
Yeah, a branch. And there was this girl who tried out for America's Got Talent who had cancer, very bad cancer. And she sings a song that's like amazing. I was like crying listening to the song. She wrote it. And then on her deathbed, she did a video of like, her whole message was life is beautiful in hard times. That really resonated with me last night because I had like the worst day. And I was like, okay, I need to focus. And she was dying of terminal cancer and was like, you don't have to wait till everything's good to be happy. Or you don't have to wait till life isn't hard to be happy. That's what she said. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so profound. Like yesterday was just all I did is tell you all the bad things that happened, tell everyone I talked to all the bad things that happened. But like there was so many good things that happened in those bad things. So that's why. So I listened to her on TikTok. Then I woke up and was like getting ready and I was thanking all the things. And then I thought of Steve Harvey. So you guys think of what you're thankful for. And now we're going back to my mom. So we're in the hospital talking about, I try to make everyone laugh when things are hard. And there was a number that came up. I think her blood pressure was 169. And I said, oh, good, Auntie, it's your favorite number.
Yeah.
And she's not like that at all. She's never told me a
She
thing
does have a great laugh, though.
about
I
her
love
sex life.
laugh.
Yeah, and she's not laughing right now, which is very sad.
yeah.
Like nothing's that funny. But I tried. But we got a little chuckle because I was saying you miss it because my uncle passed away 5 years ago. And my mom said, that's my favorite number and I sure miss it. And I was like, what? Because my mom's always told me she's not into the oral, oral activities, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, huh? And she's like, yeah, I miss it. And I was like, what? Oh. And my cousin and I were crying. Like, it was like so funny. And she's like, I'm like, do you like seeing it? Like the same thing. She's like, yeah. And dead serious. She's like, oh, Bobby? And like got her name. Like I was like, this is like the sexual version of my mom. And she's like, Bobby, oh, he had the hip bones. You know, he had the deep V. He always had a really strong deep V. Like bones, like, you know, the guys.
Yeah.
Like the deep V and the muscles and like the chest. And then my dad was Italian and I think there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And she's all, you got the DV and then there was a lot.
Oh my gosh. So she
This is
clearly
maybe too
likes
much.
looking at it.
Yeah, she loved looking at
Yeah,
it.
I
And I
know.
was like mind boggled. So I was like, and my cousin was similar to me. Like,
Yeah.
really? I don't know.
I feel like the majority of women are more like us.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a few that like just,
I'm dying to know if anyone does.
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like
I mean, it's
men
not
are more visual. Because like I'm getting in the shower and Ben's like,
My mom's like, yeah,
You know?
ours isn't anything pretty, Crystal. And I was all, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like getting in the shower hiding, so to not
Spark up.
Oh yeah, to not awaken the beast. I'm all getting in, like hiding,
Yeah.
you know. But he's like, hey, and I'm all, ooh.
Yeah. Well, I do think that's their thing.
Men,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Because I said what would turn me on is like, go to bed early. I'll rub your back.
Yeah. Or like,
that
I
turns me on.
got, yeah, go to bed. I got the dishes and the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my mom really liked it. So, anyways, Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
your underwear. But what I really want to talk about is where is Kate Middleton? Like, I can't get over
The
it.
video is not her either. It's the
No,
weirdest
but now
thing.
I'm hearing on TikTok last night. That's why I got on TikTok because I
Yeah.
want to learn more resources I
I'm all-
use.
where we get all our
Well, Kyle had
news
gone to bed
sources.
and I like my mind was spinning.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't relax. So I was trying to read
Yeah.
because it was dark and I didn't want to turn the light because he got Hudson and I was trying to be nice, or the TV. And so I did, like reality TV is my favorite, wasn't working. Reading wasn't working. So I was like, TikTok. That's like extreme measures.
Yeah.
And I'm not gambling on my phone right now. You know, I'm trying to really
Good
make
for you.
better choices. So TikTok was my better choice. And I was like, where's Kate Middleton? And the conspiracy is now that some people are saying that she's dead. Or that Prince Charles is dead. They rang the bells at the castle and they only ring the bells when someone gets married or if someone dies. And they ring the bells. So they're saying that someone has passed. It's either him or her. But like, if she passed and they didn't tell us for weeks, that's creepy. There's so many creepy things.
Well,
and the affair is so out now. The affair, you told me about the affair, wasn't it you? Told me years ago about the affair. And I like deep searched it.
So he's having an affair?
Oh, he's been having an affair for years. I thought it was you.
No.
Someone told me years ago.
I feel like they were so cute.
no,
I'm
it's
sad
all
about
fake.
it.
It's all fake.
Remember they were cute when they fell in love in college? I heard that they actually knew each other in grade school and that was a whole lie they made up and that she was groomed from forever. Like
Really?
Yeah, they went to the same like elementary school and they knew each other in 6th grade.
No, I don't know. He's been
Again,
having an affair.
TikTok.
It's like her best friend.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this girl is young.
His dad, you know.
Mary, exactly. And that's what I was thinking. It's sad. Did he follow the same footsteps? But now if she dies, it's the same as your mom. And like, did they kill her? It's like the whole thing of the Photoshop picture that she posted. I'm sorry, I messed with editing. Whoever's in PR, that was the biggest fail of life.
It's weird.
No princess with 50 people before you can release anything. Do you watch The Crown? It's like so interesting because it like, oh really? That was when I was like really sick and I was done with everything a few years ago. And all I had was The Crown because I was like, I had watched everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so interesting. The royal like insiders.
It like follows their thing.
Yes.
I started it. I
oh
haven't
yes.
finished it.
They're not allowed to do anything without 50 channels before it's public.
But the new video where it's her and him walking on the street, have you
It's
seen
not
that?
her, yeah.
It's not even close to her.
It wasn't her in the
It's
car.
like- it wasn't
But
her.
who's running the royal people where they think releasing these things is a good idea?
Yeah. Well, Brittany, why does anyone think that Brittany?
Brittany, ever since she lost her conservatorship, no one's helping her anymore.
Yeah, I don't know though. I feel like it's.
Well,
like,
you know why. And
Yeah.
if we go too deep in the conspiracy spirit,
I don't
we're
want to
gonna
lose
be
our
like
listeners.
or we're going to be like the Boeing guy. And
Yeah,
gone.
exactly. Like,
So we don't want to say too
I am
much.
not having any thoughts like that. Okay, so
Yeah, we're not
going
going to talk about what really is going on. But I'm worried
scared
about.
to fly Boeing now.
Oh, God, here we go. Let's keep talking about Kate Middleton. More important
right,
things.
anyways.
Where is she, though? Dana, do you know? I feel like you know things. And the stomach surgery. Then I heard on Giggly Squad today, which their podcast is good, but it really was pissing me off today. I was just, again, wanted the mental break with driving home from the hospital. That's what I hope ours gives, but I don't know if it does. But they were saying, Paige and Hannah was so stupid. I would like the Paige Tesoro podcast called Giggly Me. Like, I would just like her.
Yeah.
But they were saying that supposedly before Christmas, he told her that one of the mistress's kids is his. And then she had a nervous breakdown. And that's why she was at the hospital. And then they were saying that, like, she was on a like, I've heard all the things.
Oh, wow.
But like, why don't you just show her?
So it's confirmed he's having an affair?
Oh, it's confirmed years ago. I literally knew about like 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, look at it.
This is sad.
Oh, it's everywhere. It's not everywhere unless it's true.
Like some, I don't care. I'm all, yeah, I knew. But that one is a kind of a bummer.
What's even weirder is her husband is filthy, filthy rich. They live next door to them.
Oh.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
That is sad.
Yeah, and Kate's way prettier than her, but prettier isn't everything. But
No.
it's just sad for everybody.
It is sad.
And those boys.
And I think because we've seen them grow up, like that's why it feels so
Yeah.
much.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's when I learned about it, was when Harry left. Because that was the talk, and this is coming out again, that Harry found out because he told him everything and was disgusted because that's what happened to their mom. And that's why Harry got so mad at him. Was like, I'm not going to support this. I'm not going to watch this. This is like everything that we hated our whole life growing up. That was the fallout. That's when I found out about the affair. I can't believe I never told you. Yeah. So I'm dying to know about Kate Middleton. And another thing I'm so worried about is, where's that guy in Nashville? Did you see the guy at the bar?
Left the bar, yeah.
And like the bar is going to be in so much trouble that they kicked him out the back.
It's like either Luke Bryan's bar or Jason
It's Luke
Alexander.
Bryan.
Yeah.
Luke Bryan's bar.
And it's
they
like-
released a statement and everything. I mean, it's really sad.
He was like belligerent, so they escorted
No, they
him
think he
out.
got roofied.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he was like, they said he's a college student. You have a decent tolerance. He only had like 2 or 3 drinks.
Yeah, like
and they
while he was
never
in
seen
there.
him drunk like that. And he's
Yeah.
falling all over the street.
So they escorted him out and then
The back. They escorted him out the back. And his friends wanted to go and they wouldn't let him because it was through the back. So the friends paid their tab and went out the front. Never could find him.
Oh my god.
And why'd you take him out the back?
That's so weird.
that's weird.
But if it was that crowded, it was probably closer.
Yeah.
Like I
And
used to work in a
sometimes you
bar.
don't want to draw a huge
Well, yeah, because
scene
people
if you're-
get crazy.
Yeah.
It's
So-
crazy though. I feel so bad.
Oh, it's awful.
Where is he?
Imagine being his parents. Like, remember Natalie Holloway? I like couldn't. That's like the worst thing in the
Yeah.
whole world is just not knowing what happened to your kid.
What's sad is I think there's stories like that all the time that we don't know about.
Oh, 100%.
And then the other story, did you see that girl get beat up?
No.
And they banged her head into the pavement?
No.
Oh my God.
Where did you see this TikTok?
No, Instagram. But it's like in my newsfeed of Instagram.
Yeah, mine's all
everywhere.
airplane stuff right now. I can't get away from it.
Yeah,
You know,
mine
the
is a lot
algorithm?
too because we keep sending it.
I'm all another
no,
thing.
I get a lot of those fights. I hate seeing fights too.
Oh, I don't like it at all.
But it's like after school, outside the school, they pick up her head and fully, she's in ICU in a coma, brain bleed
How
so
old
bad.
is she?
In high school, like sophomore.
Oh no.
The GoFundMe raised like $500,000, which is the only good thing. But these kids think fighting, girls, 2 girls. And I'm not trying to talk race, but there was intra-racial. And if it was the other way, it would be,
Yeah.
like, it's really bad. And everyone's videoing it. The girl's just seizing, and no
my
one's
God.
doing anything.
And they're videoing. It's
They're
sick.
videoing. It's disgusting. Okay, those are all my
Oh, did
news.
you see the video real quick? I saw this one in Arizona. The girl who was crossing the street and slows down, and then the guy
Yeah.
slows down and starts chasing her through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
14-year-old girl.
Yeah, I saw
What a
that.
weirdo.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really scary.
I know.
Well, like Maddie was saying last week, she is right about that. Our childhood is different, but I don't know. we watched the best movie this weekend. It was like old school, can't figure out who it is. I forget the name of it, but it's,
Like a thriller.
yeah. Oh, I'll have to, this story sucks now. Because I watched 2 movies and I'm mixing them up. The one movie was very, very good. It's called The Society or something. It's with Chang Fu. No. Who's the guy?
Chuck Norris?
Yes.
How did I know that?
Yeah.
No, I was going.
Chuck Norris, but he's old. And the guy from the old, like,
Bruce Lee is what I was thinking.
no, it is that. No, maybe. It's one of them. It's Chuck Norris.
Is he
No,
white
not
or
Chuck
Asian,
Norris.
or-
No, it's not Chuck Norris.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No,
Remember him?
Yeah.
it's
Like it's
not Bruce Lee, but like that.
funny guy, Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. That's who it
Oh,
is.
yeah, yeah.
And the guy that used to do those movies, not Mission Impossible. This is like categories.
I know. I'm
Not
like,
Mission Impossible. The other movies, yeah, like where he's like put together.
James Bond?
Yes, what's his name that did the movies?
Like spoofs or
No, he did James Bond, the actor that did the James Bond movies.
There was a few.
Oh, but he
Daniel Craig was one of them. Before him was what, Sean Connery?
Yeah, wasn't Pierce?
Pierce
Brosnan.
Brosnan.
Yeah.
So, but they're old. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird because they're like old.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Diana, find out what that is.
Can't even think of a
Is it-
movie with both of them.
Is it a movie?
Yeah, on Netflix, like The Society. Is that it?
Yeah, but what's coming up is
I might be way wrong with the name. Way wrong.
it's
Oh well, we'll look it up. I'll look it up on
what
my
about
Netflix.
it?
It was so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then we watched this other movie about this girl that got taken. It was a the guy. I don't know his name.
Foreigner is
The Foreigner is the movie. You'd like it. You men would like it.
Well, I think there was still that kidnapping when we were younger, but we didn't know. And they have said, like, now that there's the internet and there's the dark web, trafficking and groups of people
Are way bigger.
connecting.
Yeah.
So it's before you were just a lone pedophile, pervert, or whatever. So your like network was smaller of who you could interact with, and they can feed. And then online, you're able to connect with children more. It's just
bigger.
weird.
it's like all the good it does to help connect people and find people, and
Also helps the bad people,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like that's where it's a little worse.
In
now.
the other movie that I can't think of anybody who's in it.
take it.
It was
love
his
Taken.
wife. They went to the gas station and she disappeared. And
I don't remember.
you would know the guy. He's married. But he was a big like action actor years ago. Where categories is over. My brain is like not good because of the things. But instead of the cops going after the randomness, they went after him. You know how they always used to like years ago, if you were taken, they would always think it was connected. Now I don't think it's connected.
Well, like American Nightmare. Did you see that one? Oh.
What is that?
I hope I said it right. I might be wrong with the name. It's a true story about that exact thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that is. I started it, but I didn't finish it. About the girl got kidnapped.
Yes.
The girlfriend.
The girlfriend got kidnapped.
And they were going after him.
Blamed him.
Instead of finding the real people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
That documentary. I didn't watch it. I saw the preview.
We had like a calm weekend, which was really nice. We haven't had that in a long time. It was so nice. So we watched movies 2 nights, and then I watched one more documentary. I love a good documentary. Kyle doesn't love them. You're gonna make fun. I love a good documentary about like going after your goals.
Oh my God.
Like actually, I watched 2 this weekend. I watched The Swimmer. This 62-year-old that swam from Cuba to Florida. So good. She fell 3 times and then did it.
I feel like I'd like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing like your body to swim. She swam for like 3 days straight.
Crazy.
You have to tread water. You can't touch anything. She got stung by these.
I was just gonna say, are you getting stung by jellyfish and bitten by sharks?
So she got stung by lethal jellyfish. Lethal, it can kill you. And she's trying to tread water. It's like, so you would like these things because it's like the power of the mind.
I don't want people speaking. I like action.
No, it's like that. It's like you're
walking
watching
the walk, not talking the talk.
No
I'm into
speaking.
that.
It's like watching her story.
Yes.
And like
I'm into
she's
that.
treading water. They're trying to feed her. Her body's like going.
Oh,
It's
I want to watch
crazy.
that.
Twice. They said if you get stung one more time, you're dead. In the one swim. So then she had to quit. Like after 3 days of swimming, nonstop. Not 65.
Like how devastating to have to.
65 years old.
So devastating.
It's so intriguing. I think I'm so intrigued by that. So then she finally did it. She wore this mask and everything for the jellyfish. And the mask was like, it looked like a jellyfish. I was like, maybe if she's one of their own, they won't sting her. Like, I gotta look it up. It's like
I
want to watch that now.
No, I want to show you it. It's like this.
Yeah.
It looks like a condom on her head. You know how like a jellyfish is like, that's what it looks like. So she's climbing out of the water, and you can't touch her till she's all the way on the beach, and everyone's trying to touch her, and she's all. But anyways, it was really good. And then I love these hikers. Those climbing movies.
Oh, I've seen the free solo
So
one.
this one is like free solo on crack. It's called The Summit.
Oh.
And
I have like sweaty hands when I'm watching it. Like I can't breathe.
It's
I don't
speed
like
climbing
it.
without solo.
Oh my God.
Speed. So now it's about how fast you
But
climb.
why do people want to do that?
I don't know, but the guy dies. I've watched a
That's
few
what I mean. It's
where
like-
the guy dies. Oh, you guys gotta watch it. It's called
Someone
The Summit.
told us to watch Saltburn. I think it was on our friend thread.
No, yeah.
Oh, it's awful. Ben and I watched like 20 minutes and we
I've
turned
heard
it
it's
off.
like creepy. Jen Keller, it's creepy, I heard.
It was so weird.
Yeah, I don't like that
Yeah, Megan
kind.
and Jen watched it and they were both like crazy. So I was like, oh, we needed something. We put it on and I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is twisted.
Really?
Yeah, we turned it off. It's terrible.
What is the premise?
Saltburn.
Yeah.
It's just garbage. They're like in college and this guy's like obsessed with this other guy. So he like, it's kind of like single white female, but like with guys. But like, is he in love with them or obsessed with them or want to be him? We don't know. But then he goes to his house, and then we turned it off because it was gross.
Yeah, too much.
It was
there's
bad.
a lot. That's kind of the thing that annoys me about the shows these days, though, is I can't just watch like a Sex in the City.
No.
Sometimes I just want like a.
Yeah.
You can turn the blowing down. That sounds dirty.
Like, it was disturbing. I was like, this has got to.
Yeah, like I don't want to watch. Like that's what I liked about Suits. It kept my attention, but it was light. There's not a lot of light anymore. I don't always want to know everybody's dying, and there's cocaine, and there's it's. You always say they're trying to desensitize us, but I just want to know if Carrie's with Big. You know?
Yeah, me too.
Like I learned a lot from Sex in the City. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But it really helped me in college. Like when I was going through a breakup, I'd turn it on and I'd learn something.
Or like a 90210. I loved 90210.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where it's just like.
Maddie's really into Grey's Anatomy, which is fine. There's like a lesson and it's like good. But she thinks she has every disorder right now. She's already like that. So on the way to school, she's all, I don't know if I can breathe. I'm like, or I was telling her about our friend's daughter who's been in the hospital. It's very sad.
Yeah.
She's a listener, but we're praying for you and your daughter. And I was telling him, because I did the prayer on the way to school, and the prayer is very long this week, because I'm praying over everybody. So there's like Andai, there's Stephanie's daughter, there's Regina's dad's surgery, there's like my mom's boss passed away yesterday. Like there's so much. That's why I needed to be thankful.
Yeah.
So the prayer was long, and then the kids were like, what happened to, why'd you pray for that? I was like, well, our good friend, her daughter was in the hospital. It was, her heart and her blood pressure. Maddie's like, well, what's going on with mine? I'm like, wait.
Oh boy, Maddie's not the one to tell.
No, and like I'm like, Maddie, are you having any problems? She's like, well, no. And we were all laughing, and she's like, well, this kid on Grey's Anatomy. I'm like, you can't watch this show.
No.
And then we're at the hospital with my aunt yesterday, and the doctors are coming in, and what she has right now is so rare. She's had like 10 things that are so rare. It's just sad. Very, very, very sad. Very sad. And the doctors are, finally we got answers, so the neurologist came in and were giving us this big explanation of what's going on, like so detailed. High-end neurologist, Mayo Clinic, like serious. And my mom, everything they're saying, oh, well, I've had that. And like interrupting the 5 doctors
and like, no, you
that
don't.
are in the
It's
room.
not the same.
I go, it's about Aunt Di right now. Well, maybe I have that. Like, not like to me. Like, hello, like, do you want a bracelet? Should we check you in?
Thing.
Oh, she's so funny. I go, Mom, shush, it's not about you.
I love her
they're
so
all,
much.
Yeah. Get her back on track. She's all, really? Lift, and they're all, to my aunt, they're like, can you lift your arm? And my mom's all, and I'm like, no. I'm like, it's not about you right now. She's all, well, I don't know if I can lift my arm. And I'm like, Mom, the Aunt Di is like, so much going on. It's not even cool that you think you're in the same.
Like you're,
Like it's about her right now. You've had a lot of attention lately,
The
like
poor thing.
we've been dealing with you,
Is it
but
her sister?
yes,
Okay.
but that's what's like so sad. It's like, it's just so sad. Like we're hit. I think
it's
that,
a double whammy for her if something happens.
yeah, and I think that everybody struggles, like we talked about, which was cool because I have had a few people talk to me about certain things since I opened up when I didn't feel like opening up, but I opened up, which you might think is dumb, but it was good. But like the other day when I was like, I just want you to know I'm not doing great, and I haven't gotten any more like comments that I'm not there, that's helped. But so a few people have said, you know what, I haven't been feeling great and I don't know what to do about it either, so maybe I should talk about it. I'm like, you should.
Yeah.
But I think when people are going through things and we're shoving it, we're like a very shove it society. My mother-in-law said, like, he, passed in the best way. Like, it was beautiful. And all that's wonderful. But it's still just, like, sometimes I just, like, wish he was around.
Yeah.
But I think when you go through hard things, I think that you make some stupid decisions. Like, people tend to make impulsive decisions. They always say, like, don't make a decision a year after something major happens.
Yeah.
Like, even my mom quitting her job or not. We're like, why don't you just wait a few months?
Yeah.
Because if you make a decision right now, it might be out of emotion. And I think like when you have loss, they say like Tana and Boomer, which today is the anniversary of my niece passing. But Tana and Boomer, when they had the loss of my niece, the doctors were, again, they were at a hospital like Mayo, like so good. And they're like, you guys, they sat them down and said, this is the hardest thing on your marriage. Like we see out of 10 people that grieve the loss of a child, 9 get divorced.
Yeah.
Which is so sad when you think about it's just pain.
Charlie too. Remember when Charlie?
Yeah, it's just pain. Because you don't know how to cope with the pain.
And you can't help each other because you're both going through it.
Yeah. So I see that around right now. Like it's like everyone's trying to put on their oxygen mask, give everyone else their oxygen mask. in my family, it's like we're wounded and then we're getting like on top of it.
Yeah.
Like my aunt's like a very key part to our family.
Yeah.
And what's happening to her, you know, everybody knows she has cancer. I told everyone the day we recorded, I found out today was a day where I was like, Teisha, I don't think it's going to be good. And she was like, we've been doing them when they're not good and they're fine. Like,
Who cares?
But she got this mitochondrial rhabdomyolysis. It's a very long word. And it's like when the treatment they're giving her, it's attacked her nervous system. So like her body's like almost shutting down. Like I told Teisha, it's almost like ALS. Like her eyes, she can't open her eyes. So now someone that has seen her whole life is almost like blind. Yeah. She has to like lift and she can see a little. Like it's, when the doctors come in, she's trying to see who's there. You know, and I'm trying to like, even when we're talking, I'm trying to like tell her what's going on. Oh, it was the funniest thing though today. They have to test her arm strength. You know, they have to do this to every limb, everything, because they have to see how much it's degressing or improving. And the one lady was really like cute and pregnant, so she tested her. My aunt didn't see that the PA was right here and the doctor was right here. And so the doctor said, we heard your test, you know, you might have looked like you regressed a little. She said, no, that one was really strong. I mean, she was telling on her, and she goes, hey, I'm right here. Like, because my aunt didn't know.
That's so
you know,
funny.
it's so funny. She's like, hey, I'm right here. And she's like, oh, you're right there. But she was like, she was really strong. So I don't think the test was accurate, you know?
But can you imagine, like, sight is something you just take for granted. Like, you know, like, just being able to see, you don't even think that's something to, like, be thankful for until it's not.
Oh, it is, and she lives alone. Like, I could baby cry, like, a lot right now. You know, when it's like, I just don't think I can start. I don't know if I'll stop because I love her so much. And she's just had a hard 5 years.
Yeah.
Since my uncle passed, it's been hard. But so her eyes are stuck. So now she's having trouble swallowing. They're watching her breathing. They're watching her heart function because those are all muscles.
Yeah.
So scary. So out of 1 million people, 50 get this. That's how rare it is. Same with UV melanoma, the type of melanoma she has. It's so rare that barely any doctors in Arizona treat it. It's so rare. And then so rare, it's just like so many so rares. But she'll be like, you know, at least I can sit here with all of you. And it's like, she's so positive.
Yeah.
Always. Today she wasn't, you know, she had a breakdown with the thing. But everybody at Mayo, they're rubbing her, you know, and they're just like, they're so attentive. It's like another world. Even if you get the worst news, it's something so different because they're so there for you. Like, you know, but anyways, it's just like, it's the Twilight Zone when I'm there right now, you know?
Yeah.
And then my mom were there and then she found out her boss died, who we all have known forever. It's just like, but God sometimes puts you through, like, you never know what that next corner is going to be. Yeah. So I'm going to really work on what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you just, you know, I feel like I've had not a bad attitude. I feel like I've been complaining a lot about all the things. So today I was like, I don't want to be someone that complains. Or like, when I talk, I just, like, Christy called and I was like, so my aunt's this, and then my mom's boss died, and then da-da-da, and then the deal fell through. And I'm like, I don't want to just rattle off all the things, but I also don't want to not say what's going on, especially to the team, because if I'm rude about a deal, it has nothing to do with the deal. I'm just not well. But it's hard to, like, ask for help, not look like an idiot, and then also not wallow. That's hard.
It is.
It is hard. You know? I don't know. So I'm trying to, like, when I had Bell's palsy and I was pregnant on bed rest, I remember feeling like I was pretty positive. Like, I didn't really wallow in the fact that my face looked weird and I was on bed rest. I felt like today I was like, maybe I was better back then. I don't know. I don't know. I think it just feels like, not that this is a therapy session, but I just feel like my security of my surroundings is changing so fast.
Yeah.
Like, my family unit is like one of the things I've been the most proud of my whole life. And like, there's so much change right there that it's just like, oh my gosh, this is a lot.
It's like a transition as you get older too. Like it's like the transition of, like, we're becoming
the circle of life.
Yes. And that's like, the end of life is hard. It's like, it's not pretty, it's sad, it's like, there's a lot of, like, just sadness, I feel like.
Well, my uncle said, he goes, because we sit there, and he's like, this has been such a hard season because, like, all of his friends are dying.
Yeah.
His family is dying.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't know if this is done, but, like, I don't want to be the last man standing. But then you don't want to die, and I'm like, I always get scared of needing Kyle too much. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
because I don't want him to not be there and I fall apart. But then, like, my mom, like, that's real life right now. Like, she's really missing my dad, especially with all this going on. But then, like, her sister is her next, like, that's her best friend. And then, like, it's just like, it's just crazy. And my uncle was like, when you're young and you're where you are, you're stressed. And, like, I feel like we've been so busy at work. We're very thankful to our clients.
Yeah.
But we've been so busy. Since my dad died, I feel like it's been so busy. I feel like God's keeping me busy so that I don't cry and lay there. But I also feel like I don't want to miss life. My uncle's like, this is the best time of your life. Your kids are home.
Yeah.
Like, your husband is there. You're going out to cheer trips. Like, this time will never be this time again.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know.
We'll be the parents soon, and then it's different. And then our kids have their own lives. It's just weird.
It
like, to think of
is.
it all changing is very weird.
Yeah, just like such a good reminder of, like, being present. The best thing about...
And enjoying the stage.
Yes.
Because, like, sometimes you can get in the... It's like the rat race stage, I call it. We're, like, in the rat race stage. Like, and I was talking to Ben's mom about it, because she's always like, oh, what are you guys doing this weekend? And I'm like, rattling off, we have 7 games and this and that. And she's like, oh, you guys are busy. I remember those days. And she's like, taking a nap today, you know, or whatever. And she's like, yeah, it's... You guys, one day will be... And so I want to be thankful, because I know one day I'll miss the rat race. But sometimes it's easy to complain in that time, you know, and not be grateful.
Focus on how hard it is.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, another cheer trip, or, you know, like, but like,
Totally.
no, how great are we get to have these memories, you know?
Totally. And Kyle and I had, like, a slow weekend, and I was just like, I think that when you're emotional, you know, when there's, like, heavier things, I think your tank is empty a little. Like,
I wouldn't know. No, I'm just
kidding. But, like, I feel like even today I was talking about, we have an event coming up for the school. I'm just not as, like, gung-ho about that as I normally am. Like, I just kind of recluse, you know?
Yeah.
For me, that's hard, because I have my hand in so many pots, and I just want to recluse right now. Like, I want to sit on the couch and take a nap.
Yeah.
And so this weekend we really didn't, we always, like, have a dinner if we have nothing, or we, like, plan things. And I didn't want to do all that. And Kyle and I had the best time, though. Like, sometimes I forget there's so much beauty in those unbusy moments.
Yeah.
Like, even with him, like, we run very different schedules. And I get sometimes used to not having him around enough. Where, like, when you do, my friend Sally, her husband lived out of town. I think it's very hard. When you get used to that schedule, it's almost like when they're back, you have to readjust. That's sometimes what it feels like with Kyle and I. We kind of take care of the boys and the girls, and then we get back, and it has to readjust. You know, like, because then I'm not used to having him around, and he's asking me things, and I'm like, you're throwing off my game. Like, I'm used to having the kids all by myself. And I think then when you get reconnected, then you kind of separate again, and then you have to reconnect again. I don't know. It's just hard. Like, I wish like, when the kids were little, I was just with him. Like, he was my co-pilot. Because no one else could help me the way he could help me. No one else would change our diapers. Or, like, get up in the middle of the night. Like, and I was home, and I don't know. I feel like we were more...
your kids are going in separate directions. When you have, like, multiple kids, you're, like, divide and conquer. So there's a lot of separateness, I think.
Yeah.
But then you'll have more time again. Like, it's like the season of the year, where this season is more separate.
That's why I like summer, because it's like there's no sports. We're just together, you know?
Totally.
And then as they get older and out of the house, you'll be together again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And that's what's sad is my mother-in-law, so many of her friends get divorced when the kids are out of the house. Like, it's sad.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Very hard. But
they have to, like, face each other's...
Yes, and I don't want to do that.
The distractions of the kids.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure we always spend that time rekindling.
Yeah.
And then this was my first time in a long time watching church live. I couldn't get myself to get there. Like, sometimes I love CCV, but it's so many people. And, like, in my recluse state of I don't want to run into everyone and be
it's a lot of meet and greets.
Yeah, and, like, I just couldn't do it on Saturday. I was like, I don't want to see everybody. You know, we were running late. We went to Costco. Have you guys been to Costco on a Saturday? Oh, my goodness. It's like a marathon.
Just your story. Or
Yes.
whatever made me.
That was it. And by the time we unloaded everything and put it away, I was like, I don't want to do that meet and greet. And we watched it. I don't always love it, but it was so good.
Yeah.
To watch it. Like, they played the 2 songs that they played at the church the week my mom and I went, when my mom was doing the hallelujah with her arm up. So I was a mess. And, like, knowing about my aunt.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, totally planned for me to, God totally knew.
Watch it. Yeah.
I'm not always comfortable getting that emotional in the pews. Like, it's like, oh gosh, should we call someone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, and I don't always like watching it, but it was really good. I love Dave Stone.
Yeah.
He's like such a good storyteller.
Dave Stone.
Me too, he's my favorite. But he's not Kyle's favorite. It's so funny.
Really?
Yeah, he likes Mark more.
I like Mark more too.
Yeah.
I like both of them a lot.
I like Mark more, but Dave Stone and Ashley, and then Mark more for me.
Yeah, it's probably Dave, then Mark, then Ashley for me.
Yeah, it's funny, huh?
Yeah, that's funny.
But it was nice. But anyways, I was listening to Gay Goose Squad earlier. Teisha and I were talking about this earlier. And I was like, we need to wait for the podcast. But I like their podcast, but I kind of think ours is better, but I'm not trying to be like that. But maybe it's because it's us, and I haven't listened to ours in a while because it's like awkward. So it's freezing now, right?
Yeah, I'm all.
I saw you shivering over there.
I'm all.
But they were talking about...
Like, do you see my breath?
Yeah, it was freezing. But like, they were talking about, like, again, I think this is a Hollywood thing. They were saying when you get married, you get less successful. Because the women more focus on the home, the men focus more on their career. And they're like, you know, men get more successful when you get married and women get less successful. And I literally wanted to scream at them, like, what's your version of success?
Yeah.
Like, because what is, like, that's such a deep question on this Tuesday. But, like, is success having a beautiful family? Is success having a big house? Is success having the best job or the title?
Right, or money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's freezing. Like, it's so cold.
Yeah, like, it's so cold. What's happening?
But, like, I was like, this is so stupid. And there's all these teeny boppers in their 20s that are listening to this and believing it. And, like, I love Paige DeSorbo. She's one of my favorites. But you're 31. You got to get going if you want this family life.
And
like,
I think if you were to take a bunch of successful people that are older and, like, question them, they wouldn't be fulfilled if they didn't have a family. I think that, like, even Steve Jobs said that in something. Like, I don't think that if you don't have a family or not, it doesn't have to be a family with kids, but, like, someone to share it with, I don't think that you're fulfilled.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty, like...
I think we all crave connection. And
Yes. Yes.
Solid connection, especially when you do have kids. 'Cause
Right.
It's like, that's your little family unit.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have to look traditional or nuclear.
Right.
But
Right.
well, I think you two growing up, like, you really wanted that life because you didn't have it, I feel like. And, like, you've always been very grounded in that your family gives you...
Like, purpose.
Joy. And fulfillment, whereas mine does too.
Yeah.
But...
Like, I don't need, like, a career.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need those accomplishments to feel...
Validated.
To fulfill successful. Or yeah.
Yeah, validated. One of my documentaries from this weekend, they talked about when is it... Oh, I think The Hiker. Like, when is it too much? Like, when are you there? And, like, he was going to retire from the hiking. And he went on one more.
And then he died?
Yeah, and he was married and everything, and, like, he was done. And he would have made it through a successful hiking career and lived, which is a huge success, and then he died. But it's like they're chasing that thing so much, at what cost? And one of the other hikers was going to try to beat his record. There was, like, a battle. And then the movie was really cool. He was on the mountain, just stopped, which is a speed hike. Yeah. And he said, I could beat his record, but maybe he's just better than me. And maybe it's just more important that I, like, appreciate my life than try to beat that record. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just think, like, there's a rat race of success, but, like, is money, I don't know.
I don't think women, though, like, back to Paige and Hannah, I don't really...
Hannah's married. That's the most annoying part about it all.
Yeah.
Is, like, you're married pretending you're not married, but you wouldn't be who you are without your husband who gives you confidence every day. I think she's happily married. Yeah. Like, it's not like it's a weird.
Yeah.
You know when you're happy how you don't, like, talk about your marriage? Because it's, like, it's just easy.
Yeah.
That's what I think's happening with her. I think it's, like... But I think Paige is scared of getting married. It almost, like, is Craig Knight the one? So, you know when you make up these dumb things to justify why you don't want to get married, but
like,
really...
I don't want to be less successful. Yeah.
It's made up.
Like,
because, like, when you find the right one, success is, like, so not...
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and if I'm looking at someone who I think is successful...
Not when you're dating.
It's not someone single that's, like, achieved all these career things. It's someone who has the whole thing, including, like...
Who would you think is someone that you would see as, like, made it?
Like a famous person or a normal
Anyone,
person?
like, that's the life you want.
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Besides me. Like, who would it be?
I gotta think about it for a second. I don't know.
Like, because don't you think we all kind of admire someone or, like,
pick?
strive type? I don't know. I was actually like, oh, I like your life. But, like, not in a weird way. But like
cute.
when you look at someone besides,
Yeah, I think yours too. I thought we were talking to other people.
no, just like anyone.
Yeah.
Like I think you're doing it. Like that's
Yeah.
a good life.
That's so nice.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Who do you think has it all figured out? Like, they seem like they just.
Oh, I definitely don't
figured
have
out.
it figured out, but
No, but there's people.
But, like-
No, see, and I like am not a fool that no one has it figured out. Like
Yeah.
I not like that's, but like that's not what I'm looking for. But like people like Julia is someone I very much like
Totally.
look at. I would say you're someone, Dana, that I feel like is grounded, but also successful. But I'm very intrigued by moms that are very in tune with their kids' needs.
yeah,
That's like a very like,
totally.
but also can have a life outside of their kids, but it doesn't consume them. I think that's intriguing me, and a happy marriage. Like those are the things I look for, but
Yeah.
no one do I admire that has money. Like
Yeah.
that's not in my radar for me. For me. Like maybe for
I like
someone
the
else.
money.
I was gonna say, yeah, for you, I do think you look at that. Like that's
Yeah.
why the celebrities kind of get you.
Yeah, I was like,
Because you like their life, whereas me, it doesn't do anything for me.
yeah. I see, and I don't care much about accomplishments. I'm like, if I have a great marriage, great kids, everyone's making, like, I really care that my kids all grow up to be good people and know God and have good marriages themselves and all that. If I have that and like a lot of money, I'm great. I don't need a career. You know?
See, Sherry Beltramo is also someone I would look up to.
Oh, totally.
I feel like they did it. They focused right. Like they did it. It's hard though to think about it. Like
Yeah, I couldn't think of someone.
because, like, I don't know. It's weird. We all like. I look up to my parents in certain things. Like I feel like they really did it. Like with our memories, and we had nothing. Maybe that's why money doesn't trigger me.
Yeah.
Because I said like I had parents that had lots of money, and I saw a lot of things fall apart because of it. So I almost like steer away from that. But yeah, like it's very, I don't have a lot of people. I think that's kind of what our society is missing that we used to have, is I used to watch Father of the Bride over and over again. And my dream was to get married like that.
Yeah.
And they had the perfect like marriage and the family, and they had dinner together. And that's what I like strived for, was like what we were visioning.
Traditional.
Yeah, the traditional family, which we're kind of taking out. Like then Married with Children started, and that was like, you know, but like in movies, I'd always see the family and I'd want the family. But like our kids, I don't feel like they have that. So I worry they won't like go that way, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have Ryan, my cousin, Ryan and Ronnie, I very much look up to like their marriage and their family.
Totally.
I feel like they're very grounded in what's important. They're very great with their kids. They're not the like disciplinarian that's like crazy. Like again, I don't always like go to that. That's not how my parents were maybe.
Yeah.
So that's like not my MO. Like it's more like
Super strict, yeah.
Yeah, more like let life do its thing, but I'm here for you kind of vibe.
Natural consequence of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird, but it's not famous people. There's not a lot that I admire because none of them stay married.
I can't think of any. I'm like,
Yeah. Brene Brown is one for me.
who's that?
Yeah, really?
Who?
Oh my gosh, you don't know Brene Brown?
Like a
Brene?
Brene.
B-R.
No clue who that is. Who is that?
I don't know that you would love her.
Yeah,
Really?
she's like a motivational speaker.
Yeah, probably not.
Shame and guilt.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm all,
But who is someone that you think is successful?
like a girl?
Anyone? That's such. Isn't it weird? You would think it's such a easy thing.
Well, I feel like success in categories. But
I feel like I have a lot of friends that are successful. They have happy marriages, great businesses. Like you said, Jeff and Julia,
those are
Dave
your
and Kara,
things.
you guys. Like, you know?
Yeah, but what like
Right.
almost a singular person I think is harder. Like someone that you're like they made it, they did it. What's it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Because I have people. We're probably the same. I have people in every aspect of my life that I look at, but I don't really have like one as a whole.
Yeah, this is really dumb, but you know LC from... No, but for real, because she like...
Left it.
She left it,
Yeah.
and she took the money, and she got the family, and she has like a brand now that like, so she still makes money and like has a good lifestyle, but she's not like, if you're comparing her and Kristen Cavalier, I'm taking her life all day long.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Huh? What about
If
Kristen?
I'm comparing her life to Kristen Cavalier, I'm
Oh.
taking her life all day
all
long.
day long. Kristen Cavalieri.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It sounds weird, but I'm like, oh, totally.
She's one that's chasing success.
Yes.
That's exactly it. She's the epitome of what I can't stand.
Who, Kristen?
Yes, you
Oh.
had it. what everyone was so intrigued of by her, that's why she's getting more desperado, is because you had the marriage to the great looking guy. He was successful. You were successful-ish.
Yeah.
You had the kids that were adorable,
Yeah.
the chickens, the life. That's
Yeah.
what people liked about her. It's not her stupid jewelry or her stupid TikTok or her stupid cussing.
Yeah, now I'm like, ugh, I don't want that
I don't
life.
want anything to do with it. And
Yeah.
I did look at, like, when she was married, it was like different.
Yeah.
No.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
But she wanted the success of life instead of the real success she had.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens to women more than men.
Yeah.
The facade of what they think they want, but really you have it.
Yeah.
Like girls, I think we have it, you know? But like I think so many of us are looking at something else. I swear it's Facebook and Instagram.
I don't really feel like I'm looking. I feel like I'm there, you know? Does that sound bad? Like I could take some more money, you know? And like I just sound like a horrible person. I'm sorry.
No, everyone's like, I just relate to Teisha so much. I'm all, did you hear my part on the podcast? Anything you relate to there?
Oh yeah, but Teisha's so funny.
But
Yeah,
now they're not.
they're all-
After
I don't
this,
like
they're
talking
gonna
to
be
people
like,
either.
God. No, but I'm like, I feel like I'm there, you know? Like, no, I don't.
You're happy with what you have.
No.
Yes, the only thing I feel like is my next thing is I'm looking to my kids growing up and feeling like I prepared them. That's like the thing I'm really like worried about, or like that will make me feel like I did it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my new thing.
Your
Not new, but like that's my next
That's
goal.
your next.
So I
Yeah.
have a goal, you know?
Yeah.
That would be good for you if I have the goal, you know? Mm-hmm. Is that.
Yeah, deep thought today.
I sound like an idiot.
No, you don't sound like an idiot. I was thinking, it's funny because I do think you're right that you do think like you were there, and I do think you're very grateful for what you have because you were around people that didn't have this.
Oh, I'm so grateful. I feel
Yeah.
unworthy all the time. Like, especially when like I had family members, they're great now, but there was family members at times that weren't in the same position that I was in, and it would be like so gut-wrenching to me. I was like, why do I get to have this good of life and then other people that don't, you know? And there's still people that in the world that don't, and I recognize that. Like, I have it so good. I feel like that's never lost on me.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a boastful thing. I think that's why.
No,
it's that
like,
you're like,
I can't believe it. I'm like, every day I'm like, I can't believe it. This is my house. This is my, you know, and of course, like, I'll have moments where I'm like, oh, I wish I had that house, or like I'm normal.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, I feel like I
I was thinking, like, as not your boss at all, but as someone that's like a motivator, I would call it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that in business, I think that there's a hard thing for people in business because I think one of the best things about you is, this might sound super weird, I hope it doesn't come off wrong, but like, is that you are
lesbianish?
not content, but you're happy with where you are.
Yeah.
But like in business, sometimes maybe like you're not the type to like want more or like put it out there to go get, or like, how can I...
Yeah.
You're very good at doing a good job.
Yeah.
But you're not looking to get more.
Right.
Right? Like, am I wording that right?
Yeah, so like I think what's great about me being on your team where I could never be on another team is exactly. I'm not like out there trying to get more. I'm
Bigger numbers.
No.
Yes.
No.
Like, yeah.
I am very content.
But I think that's
But
like
I love helping people, and I want to work hard and do a great job, and I do want clients, but I'm not like, yes. It's
whereas
hard to
I
explain.
am more
Yeah.
of a like,
Grow.
I don't care about numbers. I just want to grow, evolve, be the best. Not that you don't want to be the best. It's different.
Yeah, I know what you
Be
mean.
the best you. Like, be the
Yes, but I think like her contentment is a
the
great
best
thing
realtor.
in life.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many people in business are being
Yeah, like you appreciate me, but other people might not appreciate
Yes.
my
Yes.
Like
on
they
another
could be
team.
like, you're not growing.
Yes.
Which I am. Which
Right.
It's weird because I am growing.
But it's not to the speed that somebody else
No.
would put on you if you were on a different team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many women in work
That's why I
are
could
being
never work if I could never go somewhere else unless they were like,
are being pushed numbers,
Right.
this, goals, this. And they're like, wait a minute, like, let me grow in my own way.
right.
Because you're still gonna grow, but it doesn't mean it's to someone's expectation.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just interesting.
Yeah. But
I
I'm
thought
not
about
lazy.
that.
Like, I'll always take work and I'm never
Totally,
like,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
as you get what I mean. Like, as a boss, it could be I'm not unhappy with you, but like, if you were on a different
quarterly
team,
review,
if you're on a different team, I think it would be like, are you not hungry enough? But it's not about being hungry. It's about being satisfied.
Yeah.
But in business,
but I don't have an urge to be the best realtor on the planet.
Which is also, I think, what helps you not fall into the comparison trap.
Exactly.
I don't.
But in other industries, are you punished because you don't want to be the best realtor? Right? Like,
I mean, I'm the best to my clients, but I'm not the best out there. Like, as far as numbers, maybe I am the best.
Yeah, but there's so much pressure in other industries about numbers.
Yeah.
And sometimes to get to that good number, it's not something quick. It's slow.
Yeah. And
slow simmer.
And your sacrifice. Or you have to sacrifice things. I don't want to sacrifice the other things.
But I think so many businesses and things, maybe even this podcast, go wrong because you try to get too big.
Yeah.
You try to like get more instead of being content with what you have, where you have it, and grow with that.
Well, again, it's the motivation. My motivation for working is for money. Like, it is. Like, you know, so I can do fun things with my family and have security because that's important to me. Yep. But like my motivation is not to be like number one on the leaderboard at all. Could never care if I got that, you know?
Yeah.
I quite enjoy it.
Totally. But we're just so different, you know?
You are.
Yeah, and you guys love that. And Regina loves that.
Yeah, that, when you talk about it, it gets me excited.
Yeah.
I don't care about money, though. I'm going to be the best.
Yeah, and you don't care about money. And I'm all, give me all the money, you know?
Well, I care about both.
Yeah. But it's just funny how what you're motivated by.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So we're going to be content. We're going to be grateful.
Totally. So grateful.
And I'm going to appreciate my kids today and my husband.
Me too.
I feel like we talk about the same things every week.
I know. Do you think people are bored? Sorry.
They might be bored, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Again, we're not trying to be
The #1 podcast.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah. And if we made a lot of money doing it, I'm fine with that.
Really, we just want people to know you're not alone and maybe have a laugh.
Yeah, have a giggle and
Or a tickle.
feel like a
Teisha
friend.
says.
Yeah.
She likes to be tickled.
No. I mean, I don't mind it, but. All right.
I'm sweating.
I know, it's hot, it's cold. I know,
Yeah.
I know. All right. If you're really struggling, please reach out to a qualified professional, because that's not us,
We're just here to share our journey.
and to make you laugh
And cry.
and pick your nose.
And touch your boobs.